We've purchased our Embassy Dolphin SL Class B RV at the end of June 2022. We've done a lot of traveling since that first year and had quite a few updates done to the van, both by Embassy and by other companies. Although we had bug screens from Embassy, I never really liked them since you had to put them up outside the van with magnets, so you couldn't drive with them up and had to put them away when driving. We decided bug wall screens were the way to go, so went to South Carolina to have them added. They stay in place without having to remove them and really keep the bugs out. If you want to see the installation video, the link is in the description. Although we had window covers, they were really just black material without insulation. So once Embassy started making insulated ones, we updated the covers. They work amazingly well. I've measured window temperatures over 100 degrees, but the insulation makes sure our interior stays cool. I have a video of the testing if you're interested. One of our requirements of the van was seat belts for the sofa. They hadn't been installed when we bought the RV as they were not fully tested yet, so that was one of our major changes. They are lap belts, of course, as three-point belts would be dangerous with side seating like we have on the sofa. They work well and are incredibly safe, tested far beyond normal requirements. When we picked up our RV, it didn't come with the standard grab handle that Ford puts in the Transit. Remember, this was a pandemic build, so a lot of things just weren't available at the time. We had the handle added by Embassy, which really helps when getting out of the van by the side door. Before we added the handle, I actually slipped and fell out of the van, scratching my arm up rather badly, and destroying our camping table that I fell on. So the handle is a very important addition. And speaking of safety, we had the running board lifted closer to the side exit for ease of use. Like I said, I'd fallen out of the van and scratched myself up pretty badly. The grab handle and running board lift has made a big difference. You can see here where the running board used to be lower to the ground and maybe had an extra piece to it, while the updated board is directly contacting the van. On the driver's side, you can actually see a space between the running board and the van, which no longer exists because of the new height. I also added a tow hitch step in the back to make it easier to open and close the rear bug wall screens. There's a video link of the installation in the description. In a recent trip to Elkhart, we had a couple of things done to the van. Since our shower's in the middle of the van, we walk across it all the time. Unfortunately, the shower pan cracked and Embassy had to repair it. And one of the more important updates we had done by Embassy was installing Sumo springs. It gives us a much smoother ride. I talked about these repairs in another video, so I'll add the link below. Our original Balmar alternator finally failed, as they tend to do. And we could have had Embassy replace it with another Balmar under warranty, but we decided to have them replace it with the nation's alternator. A huge undertaking as it turned out, as all the wiring had to be redone in the van. But it is so much better and efficient. I have a video on that update as well. Our split AC system is great, with no telltale sign of AC on the roof, and it's pretty quiet inside the van. Regrettably, it was never that quiet on the outside, but Embassy had a fix and updated the exterior fans so they worked more efficiently and quietly. And you guessed it, there's a video on it. We didn't really like the table that came with the Embassy RV. We liked the lagoon attachment, but the table itself was just too big for the space we had in our living area. We have the SL model, which has a bed in the back and a small seating area in the front. The Embassy S model has two sofas that become a bed, so they might have a lot more room for a big table. But because of our tighter spaces, we replaced the table with a foldable one I got off of eBay. And you guessed it, there's a video. As with all vehicles, tires need to be replaced periodically, and our van is no exception. We had EB4 do the work, and after some issues, we finally got Continental all-season tires put on. There's two videos on that. The cushions for the rear bed are fine, but we felt we could do a little better, so we added a memory foam mattress to the bed for more comfort. We also added an elastic bed sheet holder so we wouldn't have to continually tuck everything in, so it's easier to make the bed. And guess what? No video for this one. There are quite a few things I'd like to update on the RV in the future. None are absolutely needed, but they could make life easier for our style of travel. We've had our C-head composting toilet since we bought our Embassy back in 22. At the time, the only available toilet option with Embassy was the Lavio dry flush, and neither my wife nor I liked that option, so we special ordered the C-head. It was a simple design that I could repair from hardware store parts, and it's worked well all these years. The only things that are not so great are the slight smell it gives off, and, well, since the C-head does not use a bag system for solid waste, you have to clean it out at the end of each trip, and it isn't exactly the most pleasant experience, I tell you what. We have a couple of options to consider when we decide to replace it and aren't sure which way to go yet. One option is the separate system. It uses a bag for solid waste, so cleanup should be a breeze, a non-smelly one at that. It does need power to work as it dries out the solid waste to reduce any smell, but its power usage should be minimal. Then there's the Wall system, which heat seals the solids bag. It also uses power, but also reduces smell to basically nothing, and cleanup is quick and easy. There's a new split AC system that Embassy uses in their new builds, and by all accounts it is much better than our system. Ours does occasionally stop working, and we have to turn off everything, wait a while, then restart to make it go again. It has a very hard time in the heat over 90 degrees, and with the excessive humidity levels we get down south, and trust me, we're getting them today, uh, it's an issue. When we're up north, we don't seem to have any real issues, so we're considering a change, but we'll see. Like I said, we added sumo springs to the van, but I'd like to add a Hellwig rear sway bar and front and rear Bilstein shocks for better control while driving. I can get these done locally, but just haven't gotten around to it. The garage in the back is a great storage area, but when I want to get stuff from the back, I have to remove everything in front to get to it, so I'm thinking of some kind of slide out tray would be nice to have so I wouldn't have to move everything in and out just to get to something. I found a company that does make these trays, but Not sure if they'll fit our embassy design, so again, we shall see. We like our rear bed, but it covers up the rear door handle, so we can't get out from the back. I would much prefer to have a way out the back if there was ever some kind of emergency, and there's a company called Far Out Ride that makes a system so you can open the door handle. I believe if I do order it, I can get it installed locally. Our rear view mirror works, and it's not something I tend to use too much, preferring to use the side mirrors, but even so, it is really dark and I just can't get the brightness and contrast just right. There is a product called Wolfbox G900 Pro Dashcam that seems to be popular and even records your view if you want, so I'm thinking about that as a replacement. Not sure yet, as I've not done much research on it, but if it can be installed, I think I just may get it. So that brings us up to July 2026 when I'm doing this video. As any RV owner can tell you, an RV is going to have a little tweaks and modifications that need to be done, depending on your style of travel. Our mods have been more optional than they were necessary, but we feel they really made our trips better overall. And of course, Embassy is always updating and improving their vans, and a lot of those updates can be installed in our 2022 build. So there may be even more things I just gotta have in the future. And who knows? Maybe Embassy will make a teleporter option one day. Be seeing you.
Please note, teleporter option not available until 2112.